Welcome, one and all, in here, out there, all around the world, to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. My fellow Americans, today was supposed to be a special day. A day that Donald Trump had to either fork over $464 million for a bond in his New York fraud case, or Attorney General Letitia James was going to grab him by the property. But then, this morning, a New York appeals court cut Trump's bond to $175 million and gave him 10 more days to pay. Every time it seems like consequences of any kind are closing in, he gets away with it. Who let this guy wish for more wishes? Especially after how racist he was to the genie. In addition to cutting the bond by more than half and giving him an extension, the appeals court paused restrictions on Trump running any New York company or obtaining a loan from a New York bank, as well as the restrictions on his adult sons, which means now Don Jr. and Eric can still open their hot dog and cocaine carts. They do a fine business. The pundits are saying the court handed Trump a lifeline. Well, that makes sense. By law, you have to throw someone a lifeline when they look that much like a waterlogged corpse. Now, Trump, of course, has said many, many times he could pay this $500 million bond because he's really rich. Can we fact check that, Jim?
I'm really rich.
There you go. That checks out. But Trump kept trying to weasel his way out of putting up the $500 million. And last week, his lawyers claimed that for their super-rich client, securing the bond would be a practical impossibility. So he doesn't have the cash. Aha. Caught you now. He's not a real rich guy. He just plays one on TV. Donald Trump has $1 billion the same way Patrick Stewart has a spaceship.
Come on.
Apparently, isn't this weekend? This weekend, Trump was struggling to find an insurance company willing to underwrite his bond. Hello, Geico Gecko? Would you give me $500 million? No? That is outrageous. I demand to speak to your caveman. No, I've already tried all the banks. Tyra, Azalea, Special Agent Cody. Hello? And Click. Anyway, the appeals court cut the amount to only $175 million, even though on Friday Trump said he has $500 million in cash, undercutting his lawyer's claims. That's like if OJ tried to put on the glove and said, "This doesn't fit, but I do love stabbing. Stab, stab, stabbity, stab." Stabbity, stab. Oh, wait, but here's the thing. There is some good Trump legal news today. You may recall that he is also facing criminal charges in the Stormy Daniels hush money case, when she spanked him with a magazine before marinating his shiitake. That trial was delayed when some new documents came to light just a few weeks ago. Trump's lawyers were pushing for an even longer delay. But today, the judge announced the trial would begin on April 15th. Yep. There it is. There she goes. I have to admit, Donald Trump has done the impossible. He has made April 15th a day to celebrate. And, my fellow Americans, this shall be an historic day. We are now set for the first criminal prosecution of an ex-president in U.S. history, but only because Ford pardoned Nixon for streaking in the 1973 Super Bowl. After the ruling, Trump spoke to the press at what appears to be some sort of flag storage facility. And, well, he got a little confused.
You can't have an election in the middle of a political season.
No, it's so true. No, listen, folks, we can't have an election in a political season. We also can't have Christmas in the middle of the holidays. Come on. And I promise you, when I'm back in the White House, there will be no car sales allowed during Toyotathon. It's too sacred. Immediately after that, he shared this nugget of wisdom.
We just had Super Tuesday, and we had a Tuesday after a Tuesday already.
And we all know you can't have more than 2 Tuesdays because 2 Tuesdays makes a 4's day. Now, one reporter at this little gaggle here asked Trump about the potential political cost of losing the hush money trial.
Would you be concerned that a conviction, if you are convicted in that trial, could cost you the election, given what Todd said voters are...
Well, it could also make me more popular.
So, the guiltier he is, the more the crowd loves him. It's never a great sign when your press conference answers could just as easily be cackled by the Joker. Trump went after the prosecutor in the case, Matthew Colangelo, who he claims tried to trick the public.
Colangelo has been sitting in the background for the last year. Today, he went right up front because they figure he buffaloed the whole public and the writers, including you people. He got them buffaloed.
Yes. We've all been buffaloed, which is a devious legal maneuver where you're dipped in a delicious tangy sauce, then served with a piece of wet celery. Trump was also asked whether he'd accept financial help from outside the United States.
Would you ever accept money from a foreign government to pay the bond or your fines or...
No, I don't do that. I think you'd be allowed to, possibly. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, you could, I don't know. But Russia, if you're listening, maybe you know if it's legal. Could you write the answer down on 500 million pieces of paper and have it put in my account? Could you? We also got a glimpse inside the courtroom thanks to sketch artists, including this one of a grinning Trump at the defense table. He looks like a happy frog. And I know that because when I Googled happy frog, I got this. Now, with all this going on, yesterday, Donald Trump kept laser focused on what's most important to the struggling nation, golf. He truthed, "It is my great honor to be at Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach tonight, awards night, to receive the club championship trophy and the senior club championship trophy. I won both." Wow, he won both. Yes. You know what that means. Somebody else won both. Trump went on to describe the tournament, and the words got salady. "A large and golfing talented membership. A great and difficult course made the play very exciting. We also have a big and omelet stationing restaurant and a small and secret documenting bathroom. I won both." Against all odds, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Americans, today, we continue to have a government. You see, last week, House Speaker Mike Johnson worked with Democrats to pass a funding bill to avoid a shutdown. It was a bipartisan effort to ensure basic government function. So naturally, that enraged Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, seen here after spotting a three-legged poodle at the dog parade. Now, to punish Speaker Johnson for daring to do stuff, on Friday, Greene introduced a motion to vacate against Johnson, threatening a vote to oust him. She's attacking him for doing his job. It's like writing a review for your wedding photographer that says, "0 stars, that pervert took pics of me and my wife kissing." What else? Oh, there's news from the world of the sky. Today, the CEO of Boeing stepped down. Either that, or they never installed the bolts that keep him in the boardroom. He just blew out. This guy, yeah! This all comes after a series of high-altitude whoopsies. The Alaska Airlines disappearing door plug, engines catching on fire, one plane's wheels just coming off on takeoff, and my seatback screen rebooting in the middle of Jumanji 2. Now I'll never know if The Rock finds the Falcon Jewel and/or his ability to let go of the past. But they had to do something. Things have gotten so bad for the company that nervous travelers are changing their flights to avoid Boeing airplanes. I'm sorry, but there is no way to avoid Boeing airplanes. Even if you're just walking down the street, their doors come to you. On the way out, true story. That's true story. True story. On the way out, the CEO thanked one of his fellow execs for his tireless service Yes, the service, just like some of their planes, was tireless. We got a great show for you tonight. My guests are Justice Stephen Breyer and two-time PGA champion Justin Thomas. But when we come back, it's Meanwhile, y'all. Stick around.